Hey garden friends, just really quick, I had to redo the intro for this because I totally messed up the other one, but also I wanted to update you on my one seed challenge plants. Now, forgive the mess in here. I've been out here cleaning out my greenhouse. It's very warm today. It is in the 80s in here. It is 84. It's 84 degrees in here, and I had to take a little break and go in because I got too hot. But I'm really just taking everything out of the greenhouse and cleaning it and organizing it because I got a bunch of plants I can now bring out here from my indoor seed starting. But back to the task at hand. Okay, now I wanted to share today something happened to some of my seedlings. These are beefsteak tomatoes. Can you see how sad they are looking? They are looking horrible. This one's just dying. I do not know what happened. It's the same potting soil. They're on the same light rack as all the others. There is no reason that these seedlings should have done this. So I just wanted to share that with you so that you know sometimes things happen and you need to start again. So there's actually another seed coming up, a couple of them in this one. I don't know why, but yeah, just a piece just fell off. So these were beefsteaks. I have a $1 seed packet, or maybe this is another seed packet. Anyways, I got them at the dollar store. 99 cents beefsteak. Beefsteaks, last year the beefsteaks were tremendously flavorful and yummy, and they were a little more earlier bearing than many of my other big tomatoes. So I just thought, just this year I'm going to do some beefsteaks. I had thought of maybe, let me see if any of these are even salvageable, trying to pot these up. This one over here looks healthy. The rest of them look like they're not even worth trying to salvage. So I'm just going to start over. So I'm going to pot them up, pot that one up, and then start a whole new thing of the beefsteak, because I have friends who really want beefsteak. So I want to get some of those done. But then I'm going to share with you again, or this is an update on, I remember I posted this a while back. I was going to participate in the one seed challenge, and I'll put a link to the original thing in the description box below. But this was the one of them. Now this is called Super Bush, and it's supposed to be a small growing tomato that you grow in a container. And I'm going to sneeze. So this is a bush tomato that stays like 3 foot tall, stays small. And I planted one in this one, and then one or two in another one. Now one was treated with Rev, and the other was not. And I wanted a comparison. Well, the one treated with Rev, I did something wrong because they didn't germinate at all. So I was going to start over because I did start a couple more, same way, but they're like 2 weeks later than this one. So you could see what a dramatic difference. So I am not going to waste these. I'm going to pot them up, give them a good shot of the Rev to get them both going, but then I'm going to start my one seed challenge over again because I really wanted a cross comparison for my own edification and yours too. So that's what happened with my one seed challenge. So now I'm going to separate these out. Now these are probably kind of tangled up. I may have to loosen them a bit. The roots started going around each other, but I'm not too careful with these things. I just pull them apart. They each have their own roots, and I will pot them up. Now with tomatoes, and you've seen me do this before, I plant them deeply. So I'll just put a little bit of soil in here so they can get started. But then I'm going to plant them. In fact, I'm going to nip off the lower leaves because they're not necessary. They're also, you see, they're turning yellow a little bit, so they are needing a little nutrition, so the fresh potting soil will be great for them. Let me see, I want to soak this one, give it a good start with the Rev too. Now these are all that bush mini tomato, and the tomato itself is a good size, but the plant stays mini. And I'm doing that, I chose that tomato because I'm doing container vegetable gardening this year to show how you can grow a vegetable garden with very little space or very limited space. And so I bought a bunch of seeds. Renee's Garden Seeds has a whole selection of patio vegetables that people can grow on their patios in containers. And so I was going to give them a try to see how that turned out, how that worked. And I've always been very impressed with the seeds, and they do their own seed testing not too far from where I live, so it's quite local. Okay, did that one go through? That one did go through. I'm going to have to take these back in the house once I'm done in here, put them back on the light rack. Okay, so this is the one that is about 2 weeks older than those. Look at that, nice root system. Yes, it's going around and around, but this is not root bound. So, yeah, they're real loose. So this is fine. And if you want to kind of tease it apart a little bit, that'll work too. So I'm putting it down in there. I probably could put this one if I wanted to in a 1 gallon pot, but I'm not going to. Just going to put it in the same size pot. I did cut off that one lower leaf. It was looking a little sad. So, and another container to catch the bottom water. And I need more water. I'll be right back. I go out and get rainwater. Okay, because I had a skunk around here last night, and that's all I can smell right now is skunk, and it's pretty strong. Okay, so they've gotten their start with their little watering and fresh soil. Now, I'll show you the fertilizer I like. Let me see if I got it down here. So, this is the one, once they're up to flowering stage, I get. This is Thrive Organic Fruit and Flower. This one has a little bit more of the final number. It's 335. But when they're first getting started, I don't know what got all over the top of this. This is the general purpose, which is 332, the NPK. So, I'm not sure what poured on this. It's looking pretty nasty. But I would measure this out, get a 1 gallon jug, which I have in here, mix a tablespoon into the gallon jug, and with tiny seedlings, I would dilute that by 1/2 to 1/4, and then when they got bigger, like these ones, I could probably put full strength on there. But so that's the two fertilizers. One, they're both by AgroThrive, but one is general purpose and the other one is for fruiting and flowering. So I've had a lot of people ask me which ones I prefer that are organic and feed both the soil and the plant. You want that. That is important. Because you want your plant to develop that symbiotic relationship with the microbes in the soil, and this does not interfere with that. So a lot of other fertilizers do, even organic ones. So that's why you need to be aware, what you need to be aware of before using those ways. The ones I had started, and then I told you I messed them up, and then I had some that were 2 weeks later. These were the beginning of my 1 seed challenge. This is the one that is 2 weeks older than this one. This was the non-Rev tomato, and these were started with Rev and watered with Rev consistently. Now this one has been pruned back. It started yellowing, and I don't know what was going on, what I did wrong. It was probably all me, but I have to say that I have been impressed with the two. This is one of them. The other one looks just like this one. These are 2 weeks later were sown than this one, and they have caught up quite well. Plus, I don't know, can you see? I don't know if it's going to be glary with the sun, but this one has yellowing, etc. on the leaves, and it doesn't look quite as healthy as this one. And they've been side by side on the rack. As I said, this one's been getting Rev in the water, and this one has not. So all I can think is the Rev is helping. I just wanted to give you that update and include it in this video, and so you can have the comparison. I will put how long apart these videos were made so that you can see that and see how many weeks or days or whatever it was that things changed. And you can see what a difference in the weather already. I don't know, can you see this over here? Everything's just a mess in here. But like I said, it was near 70 today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be warmer. and it looks like it's going to be mild for the next couple of weeks. We still can get snow. We can get snow through May, and we've even had snow the first week of June, so things can change, but things are looking up. And as I said, a lot of things I can bring back out to the greenhouse and get them out from inside. So that's why I'm doing this. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the update. I will see you in my next video. Bye.